I see all you little funny dudes, man. We got 3,000 unemployed comedians across the world, and y'all trying to be one of them.
This, all in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
Yeah, see, y'all dudes was real funny today, huh? Y'all, boy, you some comedians in this boy. Street to push his dream back. Next time on Street to push his stream back 15 minutes. Street to push his stream back 15 minutes. All these funny guys in here, just go ahead and cancel the show. Man, shout out to the members, man. IOD squad, them boys up in this thing, man. We're going to get this thing popping. We're going to get 100 people in here. Make sure you get 100 likes. We had some real technical difficulties today, though. We really did. We had some real technical difficulties today. Go get 100 people in here, man. Let's get 100 likes, man. Until then, man, let's go.
There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
All right, listen up, man. Listen, man. Y'all can keep being funny, man. I'll start talking about all y'all mamas, not just Coach Hayes' mama, man. Listen, we finna get in here, man. We're going to listen to these guys who had something to say about Josh Gattis and his offense last year. And one of them was a former Ohio State coach. We're going to tell you exactly who it is. Boys, it was kind of lit getting on Gattis. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to let us know in the comment section if y'all agree or disagree. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and the alert bell. That's all the free stuff. That's all the free stuff. Now, if you want to hit the join button, that's when you become a member. We drop the number one linebacker in the nation, TJ Capers, tonight for the members. That's going to drop in the member section tonight. We got an interview with TJ Capers. The interview is 50 minutes long, almost an hour. Young TJ looks scary. Looks like the Reaper. I think I'm playing. Look like the Reaper for real. I ain't playing. Young TJ look like the Reaper, man. I don't know what's going on with young TJ. But until we get 100 people in here, man, we're going to get this thing fired up, man. So y'all lay around for it, man. We're going to be on here all night long, man, with the ones and twos, man. I'm DJ Street, man. It is DJ Street and the Jamville DJs. We out here, man. Y'all break it on down, man. We're going to run that thing back one time. We're trying to get 100 people in here, man. We're trying to get 100 likes in here. Footballville, Caneville, you know how we do it. Let's go.
Please know this. All in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
All right, man. We're going to keep this thing going, man. We're going to keep this thing on. We got 71 here. We're almost there, dog. 71 in here, man. Let's hit the like button. Let's hit subscribe. Let's hit the alert bell. We're going to run this thing till we get 100. Like we do. We're going to run the thing till we get 100 in here, man. I know y'all love getting fired up anyway, man. So run the thing back. One more time, run the thing back. Jamville DJs. Out of Miami, man. We in this thing. We're going to do it like this. Mario Cristobal, let him have it.
And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches. And it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
What's one at, man? This thing should have been 30 minutes long, man, not 30 seconds long, man. Y'all know it get you fired up, but y'all know it's too short, man. It's like short stroke you in high school, man. We used to be all fired up and go in there and get nothing done. We got 72 in here, man. Let's hit that like button, man. Let's keep this thing going. We're going to run this thing back. I know y'all get this thing, get y'all fired up. Let's go.
Please know this. All in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches. And it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
We're almost there, though. We're trying to get to Hyundai. It's Wednesday, so it's not going to be easy. You know, Wednesday, these numbers be lagging, though, so it's not going to be easy, man. So we're trying to get to Hyundai, though. We're trying to get to Hyundai. Somebody say, tell Twan to tighten up 10 minutes at least. We're trying to get to Hyundai, dog. It's Wednesday, so it ain't going to be easy, man. Let's run it back. One more time. Bring the thing back, man. One time we in the thing rocking it now. It's what? 3 p.m. I know most of y'all at work. Some of y'all home ain't got no jobs, man. Some of y'all just standing at the food stamp office, man. Go let this thing ride. August the 3rd, first of the month. Let's go.
Please know this. All in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches. And it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
All right, man, I'm getting this mug, man. Get the thing popping, man. Listen, bro, listen. All right, so listen. We're going to get in here, man. We got my boy X in the back, my boy Rich in the back. We're going to go over this video with these guys. Former Ohio State coach talking about Gattis and on the podcast. We're going to see if he has some valid points or not. We're going to tell you exactly who he is. And then we're going to get in here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Also, we're going to talk about, so there's a lot of interview sound bites y'all didn't hear. Rooster talked maybe 4 minutes, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of that stuff y'all didn't hear. But I'm D. We're going to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. We also going to talk about, we talked about a stock play that went up 2,000% yesterday. Well, we told you have to be in the game. We just happen to be sitting in the play that we think is about to run. I think it's up like 100% right now, man. WOW, you go look for yourself. ILD squad. We sitting in the middle of it. But let's kick this thing off right, man. You know how we got to kick this thing off. Started the right, man. Come on, James. Talk to him.
5-star, James. I don't care what stars they give you. You 5-star. You've been a 5-star ever since most part days. Listen, man. University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely, they do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just gotta do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety, and he was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's him playing chess with the team. I told him kid. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then there goes the play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Dog, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds.
I mean,
Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you. You're teleporting. What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
say, big time players step up in big game. All the criticizing and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
Bam! Soon this thing down, we hit 100. We hit 100. Soon as it start, we hit 100. All right, man. Listen, man. I'm deep in this thing. I'm about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. We got Richard X in the back. I don't know X back there cheesing like pump with a bagger. He back that cheese. He back that cheese. I don't know what he back that cheese about. But we're finna get into this thing. But first thing first, man. 786-459-49. The number scrolling at the bottom if you want to get down with IOD squad. Right now we're in the middle of an epic play. I call it epic. Right now we're in the middle of a play that's forming to be a pretty good play. I think it started the day down 70%. Now it's up 14%. Look like it's about to run off the hinges. But you never know. I mean, you never know. I mean, you never know with these plays. You never know with the stock market. But the setup looks good, and it comes off of the day of me saying yesterday a play that went up 2,000% that we showed you guys, and I was like, hey man, you got to be in it. I mean, you got to be in it. It's the only way. The only way you can benefit from it is be in it. And now today we're sitting in a play that that's pretty that looks pretty promising. It's already up, so I mean it's already in the green. Let's see how many percent's up. But if you want to get down to 786-405, up 18% now. Want to get down to 786-405-9499. Send us a text and just put IOD squad. We'll send you the link. Or I'm going to post a link in the comment section like I always do and just pin it at the top. I already said it, did it? Hey, man, my name D. I'm about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. I said that already? I don't know if I said that already. I'm going crazy, man. The show is going to be about some of the other media interviews we did yesterday because we got a whole lot. We didn't put a lot out. We put a lot of interviews into a bank and let the members watch them. The Skinner question. I didn't even know it was in there, but they say it's in there. The Skinner question that Barry Jackson asked Skinner is in there. I didn't even know it was in there. But something else came up, which was some guys on a podcast called Menace to Sports. And one of them is actually former Ohio State coach Zach Smith, who was accused of racial slurs to our young St. Thomas wide receiver Trevon Grimes, who eventually transferred to Florida, and accused of some other stuff, man, domestic violence and hating and breaking man code. A couple things I read on here, bro. He's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot over there in Ohio, wherever he is. But we're gonna listen to him talk, and he coached, so he has valid points. But I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of it. Coach talking guy, sounds very aggressive, and then it's another guy who actually I think runs the podcast with him, kind of co-signing some of the things he's saying. So listen, I'm gonna bring my boy X in here, and I'm gonna bring Rich in here, and we're gonna listen to a couple of these sound bites, and then I'll let X and Rich respond, and then my boy Rich got a take on Josh Gattis and Josh Gattis and his exit of Michigan and how things work in the corporate world sometimes. A real interesting take on it. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Sean Rounds with the $10, man. Sean Rounds putting his money where his mouth is, man. I totally appreciate this guy. Rich.
Yo, what's going on?
Rich over there eating them lens-legged peanuts. X. X, what's going on?
What's up?
So listen, man. We're gonna get right into this, dog. I'm gonna let you guys listen a soundbite. But the coach talking is Zach Smith. Let me see. The coach talking, the former coach talking is Zach Smith. I don't know if he ever got another job. But he was the Ohio State guy. And I think ex-Ohio State assistant coach Zach Smith sentenced to what? Yeah, sentenced for something before?
I don't know. I haven't read that.
You say sentenced? Like, he had to go to jail?
A former university assistant football coach, Zach Smith, was sentenced Friday to serve 20 days in jail and pay $7 fine. Smith, 35, was found guilty in December of first-degree misdemeanor count of violation protection order. Appeared Friday, Delaware.
Damn.
It got to be the same Zach Smith, right? Smith was fired as Ohio State wide receiver coach in July. Okay, right?
Yeah, that's got to be the same guy.
Over criminal charges filed against him, allegations of domestic abuse between Smith, his ex-wife, during the marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same guy, right? And Trevon Grimes also accused him of racial slurs.
He wasn't the only one. There was a couple other players that accused him.
It was three more players.
And racist.
Right. So he gets in. So they got on here and they're talking about Josh Gattis. So let me set this record. Josh Gattis had to go on Twitter and basically respond to a fan on Twitter, and we didn't do the research to go find out what he said, but he had to respond to a Michigan fan about his offense, yada yada yada. And this is what these guys had to say. We're going to go through this piece by piece, but this is what these guys had to say. So you got
our favorite mom slayer, or maybe our second favorite mom slayer now that Zach Wilson is number one. Josh Gattis, man.
They call him Josh Gattis mom slayer because I think they say Josh Gattis was messing with. We don't get into all of that. Recruits mom. Same thing we say about Randy Shannon. I don't even know if that's a dig on the guy now, but
he popped up on. We will reiterate my point from the beginning of the show. Coaches need to shut the fuck up.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this clearly? So give me a thumbs up in the comment section if y'all can hear this clearly. So the guy you just heard talking is our guy, our guy. Zach Smith, former Ohio State wide receiver coach, who said coaches need to shut the F up. And he was a coach before. I mean, he has some credibility. He's going to make a statement. Listen, hear him out.
For me, I almost commented on it, but I don't want to get into it on Twitter with this fucking guy. Like, I've watched every snap of Michigan football since I got hired at Ohio State in 2012. Every single snap. I studied them every year. Obviously, we played them. We studied them in the offseason. I got fired and started the show, and guess what? I watched every snap and studied them. Josh Gattis, his offense drastically changed last year. Dramatically.
So we just talked about this, right? About Josh Gattis' offense. We just had this conversation, right, Rich? We had this conversation somewhere. Did Josh Gattis' offense change? Didn't it change? Yada, 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 yada. Okay.
And for him to sit here and have the audacious claim that nothing changed. It's been the offense that he's been running. And then he had tried to throw like 2018 Bama in there. Like he had any control at Bama. This motherfucker didn't do shit at Bama but tell the wideouts what to do. I know for a fact, I know several coaches there. I know Mike Loxley, the one that was actually designing the game plan, actually calling the plays, actually running the show. And so I've actually watched some of Josh Gattis' clinic stuff, and the guy knows.
Okay. So y'all following this, right? Y'all following this, right? You following this, right? Hey, did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're going to keep listening for a second.
Discussing something that nothing to do with them.
Okay, wait up. We ain't going to get into it yet. Wait up. Calm down. Get the emotions out of it. Here we go.
It's not no emotions.
He learned these plays, but that was not his offense, right? And if it was, he pivoted. He changed. It was far more power run game, far more pullers. It was a dramatically different offense. Josh Gattis to pop off and say this has been the offense he ran since day one. That shit pisses me off. So for some background on this, he did a clinic, and he was talking about this offense that he ran, how he always run it, and then a clip of it got posted on Twitter.
then Miami fans and Michigan fans were arguing about whose offense that was and who was calling the plays. Now, Josh Gattis was not tagged in it, which means he had to search his own name and find it himself.
Okay, so we got, you know what I'm saying? So we got former coaches, what you say, this is this podcast. I mean, so got former coaches talking about whose offense is whose offense. Is this his offense? Is this old offense? Did his offense change the next year? Should his offense stay the same? Is this 10-yard fight? Does the playbook never change? So we following all of this, right?
Yeah.
To go back and forth with a Miami fan about whose offense it was and who was calling plays and how it didn't change at all. It just had a little bit of flair, is what he said.
Here's the problem, right? And here's where you know, right? It's like the guy that walks around talking about he pulls a bunch of chicks, has a big dick, and is great in bed. Like the guy that's out there spouting that bullshit, like it's all small dick energy.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I do agree with the guy that's running around talking trash. No, listen. I do agree with that part. The guy that's always got to tell people how fabulous he is probably isn't that fabulous. So let me go. But that's his take on Josh Gattis, okay? All right.
Right? Micro dick energy. Like he's not any of that. If you have to say it, then you're not, right? Ryan Day has never tooted his horn about like, my offense is this, my offense. Which is not your offense. Right? It is a collection of all the offensive coaches developing and enhancing an offense, and then it's your quarterback's offense. It is. Okay.
Now, so he just said that there's nobody offense. Nobody gets to claim an offense or a defense anymore because now we're getting technical that offenses, defenses, special teams are accumulation of what you learn and you're putting your own sauce on it. Right, Rich?
Yeah, and he's also saying it's up to the players that you recruit. But I mean, we hear Nick Saban's defense.
It's Tyler Van Dyke's offense. Yeah, that was Tyler Van Dyke's offense last year. Okay, come on.
Yeah,
let's go.
Olave's offense. It is J.K. Dobbins' offense. It's not your offense, you pretentious bitch. Like it's comical. And these guys, I mean, they're out there, right? Then they sell their offense on DVD to high school coaches. It's like they're riding this selfish branding world where it's like it is not your offense. It is a collection of people. Like there's a lot of people making a lot of money meeting for 8 hours a day, developing the run game, the pass game, like the game plan. It is not just you. And when people say that, like I've been running my offense, it's like shut up. You've already lost me. I can already tell you're incompetent, and it's not your offense because it's Ed Warner used to do that shit. What?
Whoa. I think every coach does that.
Right.
Hey, we'll fast forward a little bit because we ain't got to listen to the whole thing, but I like the listen.
And literally one good year at Michigan because of a slew of other things, and all of a sudden Gattis feels like he should be mentioned with the Sarks of the world. Yeah, what's up with Buddy?
Well, that's what it is. It's people that sometimes people that are I don't even want to say incompetent. He's not incompetent. I watched a couple clinic tapes. Like he speaks. I mean,
okay, he's gonna give him some credit right here. He's gonna give Gattis some credit right here. So gonna give him some credit right here.
You can tell he knows football. But it's just a guy screaming, I am really good at my job loudly. And when people do that, it's like, damn, he must not be very good at his job, right? Like you don't see Elon Musk coming out like, I'm the greatest CEO ever. Like I can run company.
Elon kind of does. He kind of
does do that.
He kind of does beat his chest. All right.
Steve Jobs used to do that.
I mean, he just runs companies and they make money, right? Like Urban Meyer never came out. Nick Saban doesn't come out and say, I'm the greatest coach. I'm a great coach. Like, I'm the greatest head coach of all time. He doesn't say that because guess what? We say it because we see it.
It's like great movies, Zach. Like, how many commercials did you see for some of the huge films? There were hardly any Harry Potter commercials that ran. There were hardly any Star Wars commercials that ran. What you saw was all these other sidebar movies that run their commercials all the time, talking about number one movie in America, I don't know who's ranked number one, whatever. Those are the loudest, and those always do the worst in the box office. That's just generally how it goes. Because when you're good at something, the product a lot of times will sell itself. And if you're good at offense, don't worry, your time will come. You don't have to yell at me on Twitter. Like you're yelling at Twitter gurus about football, about schematic. Introducing.
Okay, so they just gave us. I wanted y'all to hear that how this ends because it ends pretty juvenile. But I'll put a couple things out here because this thing may go back and forth, and then they may kind of come find out who I am. And I'm D Streeter. Started a company called Footballville. Got over 400,000 followers. It's called Footballville, Caneville. We 70,000, almost 80,000 here. We 90,000 on Instagram, 60,000 on TikTok, 80,000 on Facebook. Cover football in South Florida. So in case they come try to figure out who we are, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what this is, Kville, Footballville. Been around a while. It's covering kids and covering now. Started with youth football with the high school, and now we cover the Canes. Let's see if we can get in here and get the end of this, and then I'm gonna let Rich have at it. Then we're gonna let X have at it. Then we're gonna let Rich wrap this up and put a bow on this thing. And kind of put a bow on this thing. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see.
Those are the loudest and those always do the worst in the box office. That's just generally how it goes. Because when
I'm a great coach. Like I'm the greatest head coach of all time. He doesn't say that because guess what? We say.
We missed something.
Literally one second.
What did I miss?
No, that's
trying to fight for the public perception that it was your offense and you know what you're doing. That just screams that you're incompetent. I mean, it screams that you're masking for the fact that you're not any good. And on top of that, speaking of small dick energy, he slept with the recruit's mom, and the recruit didn't come. So, and the mom didn't come either. So
that was weak.
He really, taking L's left and right now.
That was weak. Because in the man cave, I don't know. I have never seen anybody flip anybody getting some buns and turned into a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of weak. So listen, Rich, you watched the whole thing. You listened to the whole thing, right? And we got some smart comments in the comment section. We're gonna get to a lot of them. I'll post them as we go. What's your take on this guy? On not this guy, Rich, on his take on Josh Gattis and how he sees the offense and everything.
Well, on the part of what he's saying, to me, when I first heard this, not listening to it throughout, for the whole course of that rant, that 6-minute rant, I said that this is par for the course when it comes to black coaches that are going to ascend to becoming a head coach. So you always see it, you always see look at Eric Bieniemy. They say he doesn't call plays. Look at Byron Leftwich. They say he didn't call plays. And, nobody says that when, we uncovered this, about a month ago, that Howard Schnellenberger went up and looked at the FAMU offense and said, dang, what are them boys doing? We got to start doing that. When he installed that offense, which was clearly not his offense, nobody said how his legacy is not taking FAMU's offense and instilling it with the same group of kids that they get from the same place.
Right.
So you never hear that. Mike Leach, they always talk about Mike Leach's offense and how he's the one who perfected this kind of run and shoot offense when you had HBCUs doing it way before Mike Leach. We never say that. So I would say that,
right,
you're kind of expressing a narrative that, is kind of played out.
Right.
And of course, I'm having my take at the end in terms of some things about Josh Gattis, but that's what I see initially.
X, how you feel about it, X?
I like that what Rich said about Josh Gattis becoming an up and coming coach. You got a racist dude saying something about a black man, so it's already
straight racist.
Racist already. Like his opinion is non-void. Like it don't matter. We don't care. That's a passion he has against somebody that's not him. Point blank. For him to, for them to say his Josh Gattis' office changed, of course it changed. It wasn't the first 2 years the same way at Michigan. Harbaugh wanted him to implement the run heavy with the pass formation. So guess what? They changed it. I guess as far as like the play calling, but his offense has been the same since he got there. I don't know what he's talking about. His offense has been the same. Maybe he changed the philosophy of it by saying, well, instead of us throwing the ball 70%, we're going to throw the ball 55% now and then run 45%. Make it a balanced offense. So, I mean, you know, they mad. I don't know why Michigan fans mad. I mean, they should be mad that they lost them. Because the offense has never been like that in a long time. Like, they had 6,000 yards total offense, probably more than that. I don't think they ever did that in a long time. So, for them to be mad saying anything negative about Josh Gattis, it just shows you how they just mad. He's not there no more.
Right. They say he finally said something, but they've been saying stuff for weeks now. They say he finally said something back to somebody on Twitter, something of that nature. The Ohio State coach talks really aggressive. I mean, he talks as if almost as if he wasn't the coach, like he has something against coaches. No, Rich, it sounds like he got a chip on his shoulder or something.
He got caught doing something that cost him his job. And he's salty. He's mad now because guess what? Now he's saying coaches who he maybe think he's better than getting the opportunity that he lost. So no, that's just let me hate on that man because he's doing something that I thought I could be doing.
Exactly.
What it sound like to you, Rich?
X hit it on the head. So that's exactly the point. So you saw a guy that you came into the league with, and he's about to be a candidate for a head coaching job, and you feel some type of way about it. And the thing, I didn't know if he was going to point this out, Streeter, but what gives what he's saying credibility, or what does he do within all of his word salad that makes what he says kind of credible? It's the fact that he mentions that, of course, he played for Ohio State, coached for Ohio State, which is a big rival for Michigan. So he's like, man, you know, I personally studied his offense because I know that this is somebody we had to play. You know what I'm saying? They're our rivals. So I went ahead and personally studied it. And 1 year was one way, and another year was a different way. So that gives it credibility if you don't look at all of the facts. The facts are, he wasn't even coaching at Ohio State when Josh Gattis was running the offense he was running last year. He wasn't on anybody's staff. He was at home chilling.
He wasn't there?
No.
No, he been out of coaching for a little minute.
Yeah, the N-word situation.
He beat up his wife a couple of years ago. Like I say, his opinion don't matter because you a woman beater and you racist. Like, what else is there for you to say?
Go ahead, Rich. I don't think Rich was finished.
Like, even talk.
Nah, I was just gonna say, he was fired in 2017, and since then, as you mentioned, Street, he was arrested.
Oh,
so
really?
So while you was in the while you was in the county, you was studying Josh Gattis' offense.
While you was in the county. wait a minute. He been fired since 2017.
Right. He talking about he was studying people's offense. Come on now. You was at your day job just like everybody else.
Let's see. Hold up, dog. Let me get this Wikipedia back on the page, dog.
Then for him to insinuate that Gattis sleeping with recruit's mom, but you a woman beater, so you can't talk about anything that's negative pertaining to a woman.
Right. He was jealous of Gattis. He was like, man, you know I was gonna go recruit that receiver next. You ain't put in the good work.
I don't even know, dog. We don't even go after each other like that. Like, when last time you went after somebody like that? Oh, man, look at you, man. You ain't there sleeping with. You bring it home. Straight. Oh, man.
we don't do that. Like,
man, like even if it's true, the recruit mother is grown. I mean, what is it your business?
Exactly.
It's grown people stuff. Like you let that go.
No, that's it.
I'm pretty sure it's not in nobody contract saying don't mess with anybody's parent.
Right.
So no, it's a weak argument. I mean, it is. It's a weak argument.
It's an argument. Like that's when you losing the battle and you say, man, I'm gonna just say this to try to tarnish his reputation.
This recruit didn't come, and she didn't come either.
Yeah,
man,
that was lame. That was lame.
Yeah,
like that was
recruit
lame.
didn't come. The recruit didn't come. She didn't come either. Wait a minute. That ain't even what we do, doggy. That ain't what we do, doggy. That ain't it. So listen,
Not
man.
at all, man.
All of this, let me give my 2 cents. All of this not your offense stuff, all of those conversations only come up, man, when you're trying to demean somebody. We give people credit. We give Lashley credit for Lashley offense last year, and we watched Lashley not put TVD in the game for 6 games. And then put him in the game and turn into a genius. And we still say it's Lashley's offense. You feel me?
Right.
We only do that when you're trying to discredit and take away from somebody, though. Like,
that's it.
If that's the case, then Alabama is just some front running fools because all they do is go around the country, get the best players, and then pick on people.
Mm-hmm.
Saban ain't that great of a coach, if that's what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if you that only happens, dog. And like Rich says, it happens to Eric Bieniemy. It happens when you don't want to sensationalize somebody. Mm-hmm. Joe Brady is a genius because ESPN said it during the telecast. As Joe Burrow throw missiles across the field, and it gives him 3
first round draft pick wide receivers.
Right. And it gives him genius status for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Until Teddy Bridgewater came out and just like, hey, listen, man, I don't know what's going on over there, but we ain't even practicing third down when we play. And Eric Bieniemy, we're not sure if he's calling the plays, but he gave the credit to Loxley now. Loxley is another black guy, right?
Yeah. That's his way of saying I have one black friend.
And listen, bro. Listen, I try not to make these conversations always about white and black because it gets old to other people who don't understand. But other people, you have to understand when you're always looking up, sometimes you got to be reminded that, listen, hey, man, people down there did a lot. They just don't always get the credit for it.
Right.
So it kind of always circles back to this sometimes. Josh Gattis won Assistant Coach of the Year award. Not sure. I was there when they gave it to him. Goddamn award was about this. The damn trophy was about this big.
Yeah, we was there. We was there when they walked in with the trophy.
I'm not sure how it got to him. I'm not sure if Harbaugh had to sign off on it. Not sure how he got it, right? But he got it. And also, I think Josh Gattis wasn't going to be brought back to Michigan. They hadn't re-signed him yet. That's how we got him. Rich, make that make sense, Rich.
Yeah, so my take on that, we spoke about it, is football is a microcosm of the rest of the world, right? In corporate America, we see it all the time. And once again, we're not trying to bring up race, but in this scenario where you have this guy, Zach Smith, who this has kind of surrounded him, the question of race. We see in the world at large that sometimes people of color don't get positions that they truly deserve. You know, you might have a stellar year as a salesperson or a stellar year as an executive, and now you think you're going to move up to that C role or you're going to move up to that director role or VP or whatever. And you might have some folks, you might have the clickety click who like, man, you know, if he get to this position, he could really affect some things. He could really change some things about our network on, you know, our club. So, you know, let's go ahead and fire him so that way he can't really change some things up, because we know that if we don't give him this promotion in 1 or 2 months, he's going to be out the door anyway, because he's going to look for a new job. And that happens, and you see talented people let go of organizations, and you're like, why did that happen? And I don't know. Once again, this is speculative, right? So I don't know if this is the mindset that Michigan went with, because they knew that Gattis, if he would have stayed at Michigan for a second year, would have been gone, and he would have gotten a head coaching position, possibly even in the Big Ten. So I don't know if that was their thought process, but I do know that football is a microcosm of the world at large, and we see this happen, especially with brothers who are on their A game and know what they're doing.
Great take on that. X, do you have any input on like Gattis winning the award, but still they were saying he wasn't going to be brought back? How could Michigan make such a stride in offense, right? This guy wins the award, and then he's the last person to get re-signed. You got any take on that? I think Rich just summed it up. But.
Maybe he you know, his people negotiated more money that Michigan was willing to give him, which why it took maybe so long for them to try to get a contract to him. And then, you know, it was chatted that he wasn't real happy there. You know, so I could pretty much guarantee you, if a guy's unhappy, you know what I mean, why would you re-sign him? You know,
you heard he wasn't happy there?
Yeah, there was like, you know, things going around. Remember, Harbaugh flirting with the NFL at that time, and they trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with the program. A lot of the coaches was like, man, they basically leaving us out the loop, because if Harbaugh takes his job, what happens to us?
Yeah, now we got to put him as the head coach, and Michigan alumni may be like, we don't want his ass as the head coach.
Yeah. So what happens is, I was supposed to say, man, we gonna start looking for new jobs, because if this man takes the NFL job, we pretty sure he's not taking us with him.
Right.
We got to go look for a job. You know, and it just happened at the perfect time where Mario, you know, reached out to him. And it's crazy because all the names we kept hearing, and none of the guys were the guys who Mario was talking about.
Right.
You know, when Josh Gattis, boom, you get the Browns award winner, and you know, the contract was good for Josh Gattis. So hey, let me go down there to Miami. Well, it's a lot easier to recruit down there too, because they got speed. and that's my position. I coach speed. So.
Yeah, and the one thing that we saw with the pattern we see with Mario in hiring coaches is that he always hires people who are more intelligent than him in a particular area. So what does that tell you when he doesn't go hire Joe Brady?
Gonna do this shit.
Right.
Instead, he hires who? He hires Josh Gattis, and he's with the accolade, Broyles Award winner. So he puts people around him who actually knows the game. So that says a lot.
Right. Want to say that again? Because I kind of cut you off with the TJ Caper video. Say it one more time.
I mentioned that Mario's pattern of hiring coaches have always been, from what we've seen so far at the University of Miami, to hire coaches that are more intelligent in a subject matter than he himself is, or have more success or accolades. And just like you have the Charlie Strongs of the world, just like you got Jason Taylor, you got Ed Reed on the sideline, He hires folks who are great at a specific skill set. And so with Josh Gattis, in comparison to a Joe Brady or anybody else, they weren't the number one offensive coordinator in the nation. Josh Gattis was, and he's on the staff. So it is what it is. And if he did adjust anything in his offense, that's because he's a smart man. He was utilizing the talent that they had at Michigan in order to accumulate 6,000 yards and have a damn good season and get them to the playoffs. So how could you complain about that? As a matter of fact, Zach Smith should have kept his mouth shut. Maybe when Josh Gattis became a head coach, he would have gave Zach Smith a phone call and said, yo, dog, you want to work for me?
Zach Smith, I think Zach Smith talks like he what my dog Chris Young. First of all, shout out to Mary Wood. It's a perfect name to become a member when we're talking about Josh Gattis laying the wood. Hey, but what my dog Chris Young always said, man, Manny wanted to call you the N-word, dog. No, Manny wanted to call you a nickel. No, he did. Sound like our Zach Smith. He wanted to say it really bad, and then he said, Charlie, he wanted to say, man, what is this nigga talking about? Man, they ain't call no offense. sound like he wanted to say it really bad. Sound like he got a chip on his shoulder, bro. Sound like he knows his coaching career may be over. I don't know. Is he back at Ohio State?
Nah, I think he's doing podcasts.
No, he's banned from. I think he's banned from. Wow, I don't know how true it is, but I think he's not. You know, a lot of colleges aren't going to be calling his name.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Well, listen, yeah.
Woman beater. Ain't no school finna take that. I mean, I don't know.
He had a lot of stuff right there, man. He was going after Tom Herman, man. He was telling Tom Herman he knew about what he did to his wife, and
how much you gonna trust a coach like that who gonna basically tell
in the brotherhood, right? A lot of dry snitching was going on, man. A lot of dry snitching going on. So we got 249 in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for us. Let's see how many likes we got. Make sure y'all hit the like button for us. That young man y'all see on the video is the number one linebacker in the nation, TJ Capers. How tall TJ Capers is, X?
Man, when TJ Capers stood next to me, it looked like he was probably maybe my height or a little bit taller. I'm 6'2", so he got to be like 6'2 and a half, maybe 6'3".
Yeah. How much you said he weighed? You remember?
He's 230, and he's still growing. Like, he's only
2000 and what? 2000 and what?
That's 11th grade.
2025, 25?
24.
2024, TJ Capers. So he's with all our other Raven guys, right?
Yeah, he's with all our other 5-star kids.
So here's the IOD squad league. But yeah, so TJ Capers, we're gonna drop that tonight, man, for the members. The TJ Capers interview. Columbus number one linebacker in the nation, man. We should have got his daddy on camera, man. His daddy, funny guy. I just pinned the IOD squad. I think he had another donation up here somewhere, bro. Shout out to Mark, man. Plot twist, it was his mama got it smashed. Y'all dudes funny, man. So listen, bro, if you want to become a member, man, you just hit the join button down there. Or go to the main YouTube page and become a member. This big homie TJ Capers right here talking.
Yeah. What Columbus gonna do this year, man? How y'all gonna do this year?
I think we win the states this year.
Uh-oh.
I don't see nobody stopping us. Nah. I'm TJ Capers.
That boy said he win.
I'm back in the nation. Check me out on Canvas.
That boy said they win the state this year. Hold up, man. We go. That boy said he win the state this year, X.
Hey, man, Columbus always be kind of good. Now they only a couple years back, so.
They only what?
I said they won it a couple years back, but that's when they had that bad boy over there, Henry Parrish. Yeah.
Henry Parrish ain't let me talk bad about the SEC, huh? Henry Parrish was like, nah, hold up, bro.
Was big and fast.
Henry Parrish said, no, hold up now. We ain't gonna do it like that. But that's TJ Capers, man. Number one linebacker in the nation, man. We're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop that tonight in the member section. Eventually, all the videos will come out on for free side. The members will get them first. I'm gonna let y'all rock that. Here's what he had to say. Here you go. I'm gonna run that back again.
You going that way? Yeah, you going that way. You going that way? Yeah.
That is not TJ Capers. That's.
Oh. I don't see nobody stopping us. TJ Capers, number one linebacker in the nation. Heading out on the game.
But it's scary, huh?
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
So we'll drop that tonight, man. For the members, it's like a 50-minute interview with TJ Capers, number one linebacker in the nation. Though it's amazing. Like I think we're really spoiled when it comes to these things. Like you got the number one linebacker in the nation, 2024. We got the number one wide receiver in the nation, 2024. Antoine Jackson is what?
24.
Well, he's number 5. What, he number 3?
Oh, I haven't looked it up, but he was number 5. Yeah, he was like top 5, something like that.
5, 3, that all these skilled players are right here within a mile radius of what? What would you say, Rich? 15-mile radius, 30-mile radius?
About a 25 mile radius.
Right here, with the hardest recruiter in college football at the helm of the Miami Hurricanes, who's focusing on offensive line and defensive line and just focusing on the big uglies. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on offensive line, right? Which if you get a great offensive line, then the defensive linemen want to come because they like the competition to get better. Dog, tell me that it's not a perfect storm, X.
It's a perfect storm. Listen, everybody going crazy. Yeah, we missed out on Brandon Ennis, Jaylen Brown, Mark Fletcher. Somebody give me some other names. I'm thinking for the 23 class. What other names can we say we missed out on? I guess we could say we missed out on Shamar for 22.
Andy Jean, Cornell Tate.
We missed that.
Cornell Tate, yeah.
Cornell Tate's not a South Florida kid. Andy Jean, we missed out on Andy Jean, but that's who else?
Cornell Tate with the IMG, played for South Florida Express. He's a 38% South Florida kid.
Peyton Kirkland.
No, we didn't miss out on Peyton Kirkland.
Yeah, we didn't.
We kind of passed on Peyton Kirkland. They kind of actually.
I think what Coach Mario wanted to do this class was solidify the big man up front. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these O linemen and D linemen because that's where it starts at. You know, we can always get receivers, running backs, cornerbacks. Let's get the big man up front. Miami linebacker room has been horrible for the past maybe 6 years. Hey, let's get some linebackers in there. We went and did that.
Right.
So, let's get guys who gonna do all the dirty work for us. You know, and then we'll get the guys who gonna do all the showboating. We'll get them. That's easy. That's a no-brainer.
I said we haven't missed nothing in 2023 yet. You agree, X?
We missed Brandon Ennis. You missed Brandon.
I think Brandon Ennis is a miss. I would take Brandon Ennis in a heartbeat. Somebody said the other day. Somebody said, "Hey man, what if we signed the wide receivers that we have now, plus Hakeem Williams, and we picked up Andy Jean? If Brandon Ennis come loose, do you pick up Brandon Ennis?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I
no
said.
doubt. Just like if Carnell, same thing. Like if Carnell, same thing. It's 1A and 1B. I mean, and Ray is 1C. So, and we got Ray. So
I was told yesterday at the media day that how you pronounce his name? Jerron Dickey.
Yeah. Jury on Dickey.
I was told he's better than Carnell Tate, and when he said that to me, I was like, man, I think I'm just finna walk out the building. Like, you can't tell me another kid is better than Carnell Tate. Like, I don't.
I saw we watched we watched his tape the other day, and I saw Carnell Tate versus
Heritage.
American Heritage. Very dynamic with the ball in his hand. Dickey, they about the same size, right? Tate maybe 6'2", Dickey 6'3",
yeah.
like 205. Tate maybe 195, maybe.
Somewhere
180, 190. I don't know if Dickey, that the competition that Dickey was playing against wasn't the same. I don't know, man. I'm really high on Tate, but we'll see. I would love to have Dickey. We warm on Dickey X.
Yeah, that thing, the smoke getting up there, bro. About to have to get you a smoke detector soon.
Hey, Streeter don't want another smoke detector.
That's why we couldn't get on today, bro. Dang, that's why we kept pushing it back. See, y'all be thinking Streeter be playing. But listen, man, we had an hour, and that's all we're trying to do today for an hour, man. So anything y'all want to wrap up, man? Anything y'all want to say for y'all get out of here?
Nah, man, I see you put the thing out about Rooster, man. Rooster crib talk. Y'all heard it from a kid that's the crib.
Right. You know exactly what he was saying, right?
Soon as I ain't even say nothing about it. I asked him about putting on for your whole time. He was like, man, you already know crib talk.
Right.
Hey,
we're gonna put that soundbite everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. I just gotta say, haters gonna hate, man. And this is, you're doing something right, especially when it comes to college football, which is a sport that involves multiple millions of dollars, and a lot of the old guards are getting mad. A lot of folks who work there is getting mad, and hey, we're just along for the ride. Hopefully, we could shut some people up this season and keep going and keep growing, grind and shine.
Playing this up.
It says a dude out there giving 21 points for Texas A&M. X, you would take that?
Where he at?
He in the group. They put him in the group.
Wait,
you take that, Rich?
Nope.
Nah.
Because once again, I mean, they lost like 3 or 4 games last year, right?
4 games last year.
So, in the games they lost was to teams that just had their number, right? When they beat Alabama, they just had their number, right? You got a coach who's been in that system for years. I mean, obviously,
Alabama at the wrong time, man.
Exactly.
Got Alabama at the right time, and it was just one of those days.
I think Rich didn't understand the question. Rich, the bet is Texas A&M
minus 21.
Minus 21. Would you take that bet?
Meaning Texas A&M is going to lose by 21?
No.
21.
Beat you by 21.
Yeah.
He's saying Texas A&M going to beat y'all by 21 points. He'll go $100 if they don't happen.
I would take the bet that it's not going to happen.
Okay.
So yeah, and I was just explaining why.
I understand his philosophy, though. I understand that Miami hasn't stood up in a big game, not a rivalry game, since Notre Dame, 2017. That's a long time ago, X.
Yeah, I don't think we got nobody on the team still that was on that team. Well, we better not have nobody that was on that team.
I think we do.
Oh.
I think we do.
Nah, I don't think we got nobody on that team. Nobody on that team right now.
Gilbert Frierson?
No.
He came out with. Didn't he come out with
Hey, remember they was 18. Gilbert and Al Blaze, all of them was 18.
I thought Gilbert came with.
You think he came with Bandy? No, he didn't.
I thought he
that
came
game
with
was
Bandy.
in 19, right?
Bandy was a freshman. He was 17. Gilbert and them was 18. Ivy was 18.
Why do I think Gilbert came with Bandy?
Nah.
What class was that? 2000 what class?
That class with Bandy was 2017. Gilbert in them class was 2018.
18, yeah. And that game was played during the 18 season.
That's why we end up getting a good class, because of that year, 2017. We had a good year, and we got a good class on 2018.
Naquan Donaldson?
That year was Carter. Remember Amari Carter, Jonathan Garvin, Bandy.
Navon Donaldson?
I think Jeff Thomas. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Jeff Thomas.
Navon Donaldson?
Donaldson was on that class?
I just said it 100 times.
Yeah, Donaldson was on 17. Yeah, he was on 17.
They say Steed was on that team.
Was he?
DJ Ivy.
Yeah, Steve was probably the only one that was on that team.
Evidence Njoku seemed like that was a long time ago.
Yeah, Steve probably was on that team.
Hold up. Steve Donaldson. Oh, my homeboy DeAndre Wilder.
Oh, wow.
Amari Carter. Jonathan Ford, who just went to the league. Amari Carter, Mike Harley, DJ Dallas. How you forget DJ Dallas?
I'm gonna say I said who's still on our team right now. None of those guys are on our team right now, besides Steve.
No, I said how you forget them after you started naming everybody.
Oh no! I was just naming. Oh yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. DJ Johnson was in that class too.
Yeah, DJ Johnson. I ended up not playing much because Jonathan Garvin just outperformed him.
Trivia question before we get out of here. Who was the highest rated kid in that class?
The highest rated kid in that class has to be Jeff Thomas.
Stop it. Who was the highest rated kid in the class? Rich. Rich ain't even. Rich just looked at the screen.
Come on.
He ain't even trying to hide it.
Nobody said anything yet. I was waiting for somebody to put it in the comment section.
Donaldson, Bruce.
Oh yeah, Donaldson. Bruce was 16. Bruce wasn't no 17.
Bruce was 16, right? Nah, X is right. It's Jeff Thomas. No, it was Jeff Thomas.
Jeff Thomas was basically, he should have been a 5-star. I don't know why they didn't give him to him, but he was basically almost a 5-star.
And that's why X is the recruiting expert.
It was Jeff Thomas. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, no, Jeff Thomas was like the next closest to him was probably
Donaldson. Then DJ Johnson.
Donaldson was like 96 or 95, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah.
96 Donaldson, 96 Johnson, and then your boy N'Kosi Perry.
He was a 91. So yeah, but the thing I would say that class did come in and play. Like they came in and played. Like the 16 to 17 class, they came in immediately and played. And we had to take our lumps with it. The 16 year, because I think we went 8-4 or 9-4. Remember, we went on a 4-game losing streak and then won 5 straight next. And then 17, we came out and won. Obviously, we lost Richardson that year. He ended up getting hurt during the season. We lost him, and we still kind of just got by until we got to Pittsburgh when they were like, oh man, they got our number.
So Kellyon Herbert was ranked number 35 in the state and 25 position. So he had some questions coming out of high school, huh?
Who that?
Herbert, out of American Heritage, 6'5", 284 pounds, offensive lineman.
He was committed to wasn't he committed to Michigan, right?
He was committed to Michigan, right? Ranked number 253rd nationally. Jeff Thomas was in the top 50.
Yeah.
So there probably was some questions of him coming out of high school, huh?
Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert.
I would say so. If Michigan,
6'5",
if Michigan,
284.
your offensive lineman, I kind of think is an issue. Got to be an issue.
All right, man. Listen, y'all go ahead and get up out of here. I'm finna get up out of here, man. All right.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
Yo. 786-459-499, man. Y'all want to get down with ILD squad. The number scrolling at the bar. The link is at the top of the comment section, man. Click the link. Want to get down with ILD squad. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Don't put off tomorrow. Something y'all could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D. That's TJ Capers, #1 linebacker in the nation. That's dropping tonight for the members in the member section, and I'm out of here.